Anthony Hartwig here with another Maplewood girls basketball player profile. We're joined by freshman Claire Urchek. Claire, thank you so much for coming on, talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
So, as a freshman on this team, what's it been like to kind of get through? Well, not through yet because you still got some games left, but go through your freshman season and try to transition from middle school to high school. From your eyes, what's it been like?
It's really been amazing, like to play on this team, to be this good, to play on this stage. It's been really good for me, and I've been waiting to do this my whole life, so it's been great.
Anyone that's watched this team knows what kind of an impact you've brought to it as a freshman. So I think the big question is what kind of let you kind of make an immediate impact and not really need that freshman year to get used to it? What kind of got you ready for this level of basketball right away?
I think all the work that I put in during the summer, I knew I was going to try to be um, a pivotal part of this team when I was a freshman. So I was really trying to put the work in and try to earn my spot.
I know, some young players struggle with confidence right off the jump from a high school, just trying to get used to that level. But you've never, if you have, you haven't shown it. Because when I watch you play, it's you're pretty confident in yourself. Where does that confidence come from for you?
Once again, it probably comes from the work that I put in, and my teammates really have confidence in me, and they show that to me. So I think that gives me confidence.
Like you said, it was a goal of yours coming in that you wanted to be a pivotal member of this team coming in as a freshman. Now that you've kind of seen yourself have success this year, what is that? What kind of pride does that put in yourself to know that you accomplished the goal that you set?
It puts a lot of pride, but in reality, we're not done yet. We want more than this, so I'm gonna try to do everything that I can to make that happen.
All right, let's talk about your basketball journey. When did you kind of start? You obviously love the game with how much work you put into it. So, when did you start your basketball journey and what made you fall in love with the sport?
My dad was the Maplewood boys varsity coach for a very long time when I was born, and he got me into it. I went to every game when I was young. I have this picture of me in a little cheerleading uniform, sitting in the ball rack, watching games. And ever since then, I've always loved it.
Basketball has kind of been in your blood, as you say. Um, when did you kind of start to figure out, like, kind of good at this, want to work at it, want to make myself the best player I can be?
Ever since I was younger, I've always known that I wanted to be good at it, and I've always worked for it. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and yeah.
When you work as hard as you do at something, you're sacrificing, you're dedicating a lot of time and effort to that sport. What kind of things keep you motivated? I'm sure there are times in practices or maybe off season workouts where you're not feeling it, or maybe you're not having the best day, but you keep doing it. What keeps you motivated? What gets that fire into you to get you through those days?
My motivation is probably try to be the best that I can be, our team be the best that I can be, and me trying to do everything that I can to do that.
As you said, your dad is a basketball coach. So what's it like to have someone that knows the game inside and out to at home that you can easily go and ask, hey, what's this? What's this? How do I do this? All that fun stuff. What's that been like, and what kind of benefit has it been for you?
It's really great for me. I love having him. He shows me what I should do better after games, and he's always done that. He knows what to do, and I trust him and I listen to him. So,
When you watch yourself, maybe at the beginning of the season, what do you think are some things that you've really grown in as the season has progressed? What kind of parts of your game do you think you've gotten a lot better at just this year?
I've never really been good at defense, but I think this year I've tried. That was one of my goals to get better at defense. Bigger, faster, stronger, get comfortable in my role, um, be a great teammate. Yeah, that's basically it.
This is your first year in the program. Talk about how much some of the upperclassmen and some of the sophomores even have been meant to you, bringing you into this program and making you feel comfortable right from the jump.
They mean so much to me. They really have my back, and I know that, and they let me know that. They're a great team to be around, and I know that they have trust in me, and I have trust in them. So I think that's why it works so well.
And then talk about the coaching staff as well, and what it means to you that they had trust in a freshman to kind of put you into that position and to be able to have that trust in you to go out and do what you're supposed to do on the court.
They always give me confidence. It's really great of that to see for me, like the green light. Um, they treat me like everybody else. They always say I'm not a freshman anymore, so I think that helps it.
What are some things this coaching staff has done to kind of prove to you right from the jump that not only are they knowledgeable in basketball, but they care about you as a person and they want you to succeed as a person in everything that you do. I mean, that builds trust. So, what are some things that really got you to trust them really quickly?
I trust them. I know that they know what they're doing. And every time they get on me, they're like, I'm doing this because I know the potential that you have. And I really think that's great to know from them.
All right, so you've accomplished one goal that you set before the season. You wanted to be a pivotal member of this team. I know you got goals as a team to keep going to tournament. What kind of goals do you have as a player throughout your career that you want to maybe accomplish before you graduate, or even next year? Have you set more goals now that you've accomplished one of them?
I want to be someone to remember for my hard work and being a great teammate and doing everything that I can to win and helping this program do everything it can.
With the success you're having, you're gonna be, a leader that leads people throughout your whole career. You're gonna be someone that I'm telling you, you're gonna be someone that people look up to. Right now, what are the leaders of this team kind of teaching you about leadership, and how much do you see? How much are you learning about leadership this year, and how much are you kind of excited for the opportunity in the next couple of years to be a strong leader of this team?
Everybody's trying to be a leader this year, and they're teaching me a lot of things about teamwork, like pretty much everything. So,
All right, so you get to put on that Rocket uniform every night. You get to represent your community, represent your school. What makes you proud to be able to do that and be able to say that I'm a Maplewood Rocket?
um, when there's so many people at our games, like when we played Grand Valley or when we played Lakeview, it was really amazing to see. I always remember everybody would tell me if we won, then they would show up, and it's great to see that happen. It was like one of my dreams to see a whole crowd being there for us.
When you had your first really big crowd, were there nerves attached to it, or was it all like excitement that all these people were there to watch you?
There's a little bit of nerves, but I tried to transition that into energy to put into the game. Um, Keeping my team calm, trying to help them because I know they probably had nerves too. But it was really a fun environment to be in, so I just tried to have fun with it.
All right, pregame routine. What are some of the things that you try to do every game day to keep yourself in a routine and to keep yourself locked in?
Honestly, it starts when I wake up in the morning. Like, it's game day. I do my work at school, get that over with, maybe watch some film if I have some extra time, get home, and then I'll probably look up on YouTube some highlights of anyone, honestly, and just to get me in the zone. And then I'll get to the school really early, try to get my pregame routine in, get a ton of shots up, and make sure I'm ready.
Do you have any superstitions, things that you do, whether it be pregame or during the game, that kind of you feel like it's part of your success?
Yeah, I have the same like pregame shooting routine every game, and if I don't do that, it's not a good day. Or I always have my signature braids in, and that's really superstitious of me.
Yeah, the braids are there, and we see them in all the pictures. Has that always been a thing, or did you kind of grow into the braids? Did the braids kind of come on later in your career? Have you always been rocking the braids?
Yes, I have. Ever since I can remember, I've always been rocking the braids. My mom always does them, and it's like a cool thing for us to do before a game.
And then while we're talking about the way you look on the court, 34, is there a story behind the number, or is that just something you picked because it was there, or has that been a number that you've always kind of worn?
I've always pretty much worn this number as my dad's number. It was important to me that I had it because it's a big thing that to wear his number and to represent him and the rest of our family.
And let's talk about that family legacy. I mean, you talked about your dad being a coach, but you also have a long family and a big family that supports you. What makes it so special to you, and what makes it kind of unique in your eyes, your family in general?
They always show up. They always give me support. Everybody's there. Everybody's waits for me after the game to tell me great game, even if I didn't have a great game. They're always there for me. After the game, I get texts. I'm like, they're always like, good job, which is really special to me because I know that they love me basically.
All right, so now we've talked about transitioning from middle school to high school in basketball. We got to talk about transitioning as a student. What's it been like going from middle school schoolwork to freshman schoolwork in the high school?
There's definitely a bigger workload. I've had to spend more time on it, but I've been doing pretty good, so hopefully it stays like that.
Do you think, you know, as a student, do you think you've always been able to kind of keep yourself organized and have good time management skills, or do you think you've had to grow the last couple of years, especially this year, in trying to keep yourself organized and use your time management wisely?
My time management this year, I definitely had to work on, but I've always been an A student, so I've just tried to keep the same ways.
What class this year specifically made it the toughest to keep that A student mentality?
Math is pretty hard this year and biology, but those are things that I work on the most probably.
On the opposite side, which ones come more a little bit more natural to you? Don't give you as much stress.
Um, Pretty much everything else I would say, but I have to work out all of them, so.
All right, Claire, we want to end this player profile the same way we always do. We want to give you the chance to um, shine a light on the people in your life that really care about you, that support you all the time, and want to give you the time to give you for you to give out thank yous and shout outs to the people in your life that you think really deserve it.
I want to thank my parents for always being there. My brothers who battle with me in the driveway. The rest of my family for always being there and supporting me. My coaches, my teammates, everybody in AAU, they're all there for me and they help me a lot.
Claire, we want to thank you so much for coming on, talking to us about what your freshman year has been like so far. We wish you the best of luck in tournaments. We can't wait to watch the rest of your career and see how it goes. And man, thank you so much again for the time. We'll see you again real soon.
Thank you.